What is up, everyone? It is my final consecutive streaming day of the week, and we have a ton to talk about today, including what I did on my day off yesterday, plus a huge amount of game announcements that went down on my day off, which we're now going to cover and I'm going to react to. Also, today we have to set up the viewer's choice poll because in only 20 more goals hit, we are doing a large marathon, a viewer's choice event that you are going to control. So we've got a ton of stuff to do today. It is a jam-packed week-ending special episode of the Level 1 podcast right around the corner. So I'll see you in a sec.
Get ready for some meaningful content because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, the 24th of January, 2025. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 podcast. What a week it's been. A weird one, to say the least. We had internet out one day, which forced me to lose an entire day of streaming, and I had to reschedule my wrestling commentary show, Smart Guys. That went really well. And then we had to kind of on the fly do adjustments for the schedule for the rest of the week. But here we are, the final day, and it is time to cover quite a lot of stuff. Like today is going to be a humongous streaming day with the stuff that we're doing. Just in a nutshell, this podcast has to cover a tremendous amount of ground, including what I did on my day off yesterday, as well as setting up the viewer's choice poll for the upcoming event so you guys could start nominating games for this upcoming marathon. And a ton of information came out of Xbox's Direct yesterday, where they showed off several Xbox exclusive or Xbox produced games that are going to be on Game Pass, many of which I'm very interested in, and one of which ended up being a surprise drop no one expected that's out right now. And so today we have so much to talk about, including, should I add said game to my schedule? Does that mean that we kick another game out of the schedule, right? We have a lot of things to discuss. I say let's get to it, shall we? First of all, I hope that you all had a great day yesterday. I was not here, as you know. I had a rare day off where I spent time with my wife all day. I didn't have to run errands or go grocery shopping. And the appointments that we had were actually good ones, meaning they weren't like, oh God, we're going to the doctor, I gotta go to the dump. No, it was actually a good day, a solid day. It was cold because we're in the middle of the winter, but we did a lot of fun stuff together. It was a great time in a nutshell, and I really had a good one. So without further ado, why don't we do it? Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for Phil's Day Off. Did it play? Let me try it again. Well, we'll do the short one. How about this? I probably should have done that one anyway, and I think I cut the audio short on the other one. Okay, so did it play? Did it play the audio clip, everybody? No, it doesn't. It doesn't play it on the screen, does it? Where did I put that? I thought that I had the audio clip. Okay, hold on a second. I don't have them on each screen. That's why. I got to fix that. I don't have them on the other screens. I only have it on the podcast screen. Anyway, Phil's Day Off, all right? So yesterday, as you know, I was not here. You might say, well, what was Phil up to? Well, quite a few things. Obviously, one thing is pretty apparent, right? We got our haircut, which I needed. You know, we hadn't had a haircut since, I think it was either late November or early December. And it was getting quite long in certain spots. It wasn't looking even anymore. So that was great that we did that. We went to a few different stores over the course of the day. One thing that I did, this will be fascinating to those of you who've been paying attention to the discussions we've been having on Smart Guys recently. I actually got, for the first time ever, get this, some boxer briefs. That is correct. Not boxer shorts, not just regular briefs, but boxer briefs because I needed them. I'm running out low on underwear. And I said, I'm going to try these. So the reason I got boxer briefs, this is pretty much all they have these days. When you go to the store, that's all they have for men's underwear or regular briefs. They don't have like standard boxer shorts anymore. And I don't know why. I find it odd. I find regular boxer shorts comfortable. Now, I don't mean the woven style that feel kind of rough. I mean the ones that are like made of like soft cotton, but they're normal boxer shorts that you would wear. They're loose, right? I've always liked the looser shorts, and I've worn all different ones over the years, including big designer brands like Calvin Klein, but more generic ones like Hanes, and they're all good, but I never really find them anywhere anymore. Every single time I go to the store, it's boxer briefs, boxer briefs. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to get with the times. I mean, I'm wearing socks now, you see, on streams. So now I guess I'm going to have to start wearing the normal stuff everyone else wears. I'm going to have to try boxer briefs. So I'm wearing them this morning. All right? They feel a little weird. All right? First off, I was nervous because for those who don't know, the King's package needs a lot of space. Okay, it does. The King's package is well endowed and versed, as they say. The royalty, needs their cushioning and space, and that's why I really enjoyed the boxer shorts. Well, I was afraid the boxer briefs that it was going to constrict the kingly duties, if you know what I'm saying. But it's actually all right. It's not that bad. I thought it was going to be far worse than it actually is. But the King's package is well protected and will be delivered fine, I guess, is the way how I should put it. All right, it doesn't seem to be a big deal. But outside of that, it's a little weird because the legs of the boxer briefs kind of are tight to the body, like to the leg, and they do ride up a little bit, which is weird. It's like, do you really want underwear that feel like pantyhose? Like, it's kind of weird it would run up like that because I'm used to very loose legs in underwear. But I get the feeling that over time, I'll get used to it. It's actually not that bad. I'm sitting down here right now, and it doesn't really feel any different than wearing regular boxer shorts. Like, I'm not even thinking about it until this segment. I wasn't noticing that it was different. But there are times that it does feel a little different. So, yeah, not bad. And they're comfy. I got ones. What did I get? I think I got Eddie Bauer. So they have like a mesh to them that breathes a little bit, and they're pretty comfortable. So if you're someone who has always looked at boxer briefs, like what is up with that? They look a little weird to me. I'll just wear the regular tighty-whitey style, or I'll wear the boxers. I would say if you're wearing the boxers, it's not that big of a deal to move over to the boxer briefs so far anyway. I'll have to give you all an update on if the boxer briefs do cause significant discomfort and problems. But the good news is I bought a multi-pack, so now I'll have enough because I only had like maybe 5 pairs of boxer shorts. So now I'm going to have like 10 that I can alternate. So that's good. That's very exciting information for you all, I'm sure, right? Something else that we had to do. We had to get Jasper Kitty a new litter box. And you might say, well, why? What happened to his old litter box? Well, it's a funny story. So my wife and I like hanging, artwork throughout our house, different kinds of art. And we actually have a framed picture of the Space Needle down in Seattle on one of our walls, okay? And we've had it there for many, many years. Now, I always had it hanging on like a nail in the wall that I never even put up. It was actually there from the previous owners, and they left it there, like a big, thick nail. But for some odd reason, at one point, I had put it up on those sticky tab things. You know what I mean? The Velcro sticky tabs that you put on paintings or pieces of art, and so you can stick them to the wall, but then you can remove them later and pull the sticky ones off the wall, but then put a new set of sticky ones on the wall and just hang the frame on a different spot. And we've done that a few times, like moved the stuff around moved it around the house. Anyway, what ended up happening was we had, command strips. That's what they're called, command strips. I forget the name of them. So they're Velcro command strips. That's what we hang our art with now. So we had this nice picture of the Space Needle framed, hanging on a wall directly above Jasper's litter box, okay? Something happened. I don't know if the sticky tabs wore out or whatever. It flew off the wall. It landed square on top of the litter box and snapped it right down the middle. I swear, you never would have thought a plastic litter box could break like that. It just went crack. And so the door was intact, but the entire top half of the frame of the litter box was cracked and falling apart. They're like, whoa. And this just happened a few days ago. And we were like, oh, shit. Like, what are we going to do? We went on Amazon, and the fastest we could get a good litter box, not a crappy one, but a decent one, was like Saturday. We're like, well, we don't want to wait that long. He has a broken litter box. What can we do? He said, well, we're going out on Thursday. We'll just go out and look for a better litter box. So we went to the pet store, and basically there's a whole bunch of different litter boxes now. First of all, they have these weird biodegradable, disposable litter boxes. Admittedly, they're very confusing. Why would you want a litter box made of cardboard that soaks up the poop and pee from the cat and you have to throw it out? Wouldn't you have to keep buying litter boxes endlessly? Why would you want to do that? Isn't the whole idea of the litter box is you have a reusable place where the cat can go poo and pee and you scoop and clean it out so you don't have to keep constantly like throwing stuff out? I was looking at it, I'm like, why would you want a disposable litter box? I'm so confused. And the weird part was that they sell them in like multi-packs of 4. And it's like 4 for like $20 or something like that. But I would never want that. Well, I'd have to constantly be throwing it out. After a few days, that thing's going to be soaked and you got to throw it out. Who wants that? So anyway, that just really was stupid. Someone in chat just says it's possibly for travel. Like if you're traveling with your cat and you don't want to take your physical litter box with you. Okay, maybe. But how frequently do you actually travel with your cat? Like, are you constantly traveling with your cat that you want disposable? Like, they were prominent in the store. Like, there was like, here's the plastic reusable, here's the cardboard right next to it. And I was like, do people really buy these? Is it like this big of a demand thing? I don't know. It was confusing. So then they had a few regular litter boxes, which are very similar to what he had. The classic plastic bottom, plastic domed top with the door that flops in and out or whatever. And that's very standard. And get rid of this idiot. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so in regards to the litter boxes. Sorry, some idiot distracted me in chat. Again, more morons trying to be stupid. In regards to this, there's the standard one, and there's 2 sizes. One's like regular and one's like humongous. Like, well, we don't need to get him like a ginormous jumbo litter box or anything. Then they have the self-cleaning ones. And the self-cleaning ones, I don't know. I've heard horror stories that the self-cleaning ones can malfunction and break, and they could actually hurt your cat. And but just for the sake of getting one that would clean itself, I don't want to put Jasper in any kind of risk. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't ever want to put Jasper Kitty in any kind of risk whatsoever. So I don't want to get one of those. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but like one with no moving parts has 0 chance of hurting my cat versus ones that's motorized and has moving parts has a chance of hurting my cat. And I'd rather have the 0 chance versus the even minute chance. You know what I mean? So yeah, anyway. So we looked at those. I mean, they had them. Yeah, they're expensive, but hey, if they self-clean, I guess they're worth it, right? But then finally we saw this one that was not self-cleaning, but it was supposed to be like deluxe. Like it's a big thing. It has 2 ways to enter. It has one is a front door that traditional hanging flopping front door. And the other one is up top. There's a hole in the top of it as well. So your cat can choose which, how it wants to go in and out of the litter box, if it wants to go jump in the top or it wants to use the door like traditional. So we got it thinking, all right, this will be fun. We get it home. It's huge. I was like, what? I didn't know it was this big. Like from the box, it doesn't look that big. It doesn't look that big at all. And I start building it. And I'm like, this thing is giant. Like, no lie, it's about 3 times the size of his old litter box. It's like a poopy palace. It's that big. It's like a giant room for your cat. So I build, I'm like, well, let's take a look. And luckily for us, it kind of fit perfectly in the spot where his old litter box was, only it's like way bigger, but it's like right there, you know, under that. By the way, we fixed the picture of the Space Needle. We're not using the hanging tabs anymore. We just hung it right back on the screw or the nail that was on the wall. And I'm like, it's fine. There's no problems here. Cool. So anyway, so yeah, everything we got this, we built it. It's all plastic, but it has this cool removable drawer now. You know, our old litter box was very simple. You put a litter bag in the bottom, you fill it with the litter. It's got the dome on top, and then a couple times a week you take the top off, you scoop out the poops, right? And then maybe every 1 or 2 weeks you change out the entire thing. You take the whole bag out and you put a new bag in. You know, very simple. This one has a sliding drawer system. So basically, every few days, you can just slide the drawer out, scoop the poops, slide the drawer back in, and then every 2 weeks or so, you just take the whole drawer out, you take a giant trash bag, you just dump it in, wipe it down, slide it back in. It actually doesn't need bags, like at all. It doesn't need the litter bags because it's a huge drawer. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. So it looks good. It looks pretty good. It's just humongous. I was shocked at how big it was because it doesn't look that big on the box at all. And, you know, I was surprised. I was like, whoa. It's, you know, kind of weird that it's why would it be that big? And it didn't even say multi-cat litter box like on the box we bought it in. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. It was very bizarre. Like, whoa. So I don't know. Anyway, no, what are you guys talking about? You know what? I'm not even going to respond to stupid shit in the chat. I'm not. I'm just going to ignore it. People are so dumb. They don't listen and they literally make shit up. Anyway, so good stuff. Jasper Kitty has a new litter box. I have new underwear and a new haircut. And it was a pretty nice day. We went out to a few places and we got some candy that we're actually going to have on Valentine's Day together. We got a few different kinds of chocolates and things that we like. And we got them. So we're going to, when Valentine's Day rolls around, we're probably going to have some of those together. My wife and I. You know, so, but, you know, busy day, very busy. We were out almost all day. We had a lot. We went, oh, God. We had like the biggest Costco run ever because we hadn't been to Costco now in almost 2 months. So we had nothing. We had no commodities whatsoever. No paper towels, no toilet paper, no detergent, you know, clothes detergent for the washer. You know, we need cleaning materials for the house. We needed sponges to wash dishes. We need, you know, basically we loaded up on every possible thing. And it was one of the most expensive runs we've ever had going to Costco. But it was definitely needed because we were out of everything. And what sucks is just getting some of these very common things that you would think, oh, you know, not a big deal. They're way more expensive at the grocery store. Here's a perfect example, okay? At the grocery store, to get like a 6 or 8 pack of paper towels is like $15. It's like incredibly expensive. When you get it at Costco, you'll get like a 20 plus roll thing for like $20. So you're way under $1 per roll versus like $2 to $3 per roll at the grocery store. So that's just one example. So many of these things are so much cheaper. And so it makes sense. It sucks when you run out and in the interim you have to like buy individually. Like we had run out of tissues and both of us have, you know, allergies and things where we have to blow our nose a lot. And we'd run out. We had to order them online. And then they showed up and it wasn't nearly as many tissues that you get in the box at Costco. And they were like twice the price. Like, oh my God. So, a very hefty trip to Costco. I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note that we did. We went to a Caribbean restaurant for dinner, and I got a pineapple chicken bowl with jerk seasoned chicken. And my wife got a plantain bowl where they take a big ass plantain and they basically cut it open and they put a whole bunch of ingredients. Like there's meat and there's rice and beans and things they put in there with sauce and everything. And it was really nice. We actually got some virgin cocktail drinks. Well, not cocktails. I got a frozen, like normally they would call it like a frozen margarita or whatever, but I got the virgin one because I was driving. And my wife got like a virgin pineapple drink, and it tasted like a pina colada, but with strawberry. It was super good. So it's the first time we've been able to go out and do something like that in ages. We had a really great day. The only thing is you get home from a day like that, now we had to unpack a whole bunch of stuff. So it took like an hour or more to unpack everything that we had gotten while we were out and get it all away. And then we were like dead tired. So we ended up having to go to sleep early because we spent the whole day out and we're so exhausted. I did build Jasper's litter box though, so that he would have it. So it was an exciting day, a nice day out between the two of us. We had a lot of fun. We got a lot done. We got nice clean haircuts and everything. But it was a good day. You know, rarely do we get to spend a day out like that these days. It's usually my days off for me running around doing errands. Like tomorrow's my day off, my normal day off for the week. I'll be going to the grocery store. I got to see what else we got to do because we don't think we need the pet store this week. I'm pretty sure I don't need to go there. We still have all the supplies we need. So I probably don't have to do that. Maybe it'll be another short day out this week where I don't think so. I think I might just have to do grocery store tomorrow, which would be great. Another day where I could spend a lot of time with my wife and we'll play some more Mario Kart or something. So that'll be good. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. And that was my day off yesterday. Now, of course, you know what happens when I take a day off, right? A regular day off like that. All the news happens. Like literally any news that's important or interesting has to happen on my day off. It's the only way that they would ever time it. So because I decided to take a random Thursday off out of nowhere, Xbox decided to do a ginormous direct conference where they announce all these games and all this information. And today on the podcast, I'm going to react to 5 different videos from that direct conference. I'm interested in South of Midnight, Doom the Dark Ages, Clair Obscura 33, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, and Ninja Gaiden 4. So we're going to watch all of those today on this very show. All right, so don't worry. I'm covering it all. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Notably, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black dropped. It's out right now on Game Pass, on everything, on every platform. It's seriously out on PC, on Xbox, on everything. So we gotta talk about it. Once we watch the trailer, because I want to watch the trailer, we got to determine if this is something that people would be interested in seeing me play. And I could play it as early as this coming week. You know, I could add it into the schedule. I'm not sure if it's something that people want to see or not. Also, I don't remember if I ever played Ninja Gaiden Black. Does anyone remember? Here, I'm going to search right now. Rageathon 2019 Marathon, Ninja Gaiden Black. So I did play Ninja Gaiden Black during a Rageathon Marathon in 2019. I played an hour and a half of Ninja Gaiden Black, the first one. I also played Ninja Gaiden NES way back in 2012 was the last time I played that. And then I played Ninja Gaiden 3. Yeah, I played Ninja Gaiden 3 also in 2012, from what I can see. Yes. What's weird is that I started titling it differently. Oh, original Ninja Gaiden 3 on NES. And then, no, wait. No. I am so confused. Were there 2 different Ninja Gaiden 3s? One is called Ninja Gaiden 3 and one's called Ninja Gaiden 3 Shadows of the World? I don't know the difference. I don't even know what they are. This is bizarre. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so confused. I guess there's 2 different Ninja Gaiden 3s. And then, I'm still looking here. I played Ninja Gaiden 2, the original NES game. Okay, so I played Ninja Gaiden 2 and 1 on NES. 2 I beat, 1 I never beat. Excuse me. Then I played Ninja Gaiden 3 in 2012, I guess when it was new. But then there was also a Shadows of the World, and I don't know what that is. And I played that as well. And then that was it. That was the end of my Ninja Gaiden coverage from 2012. And then the only other time I played Ninja Gaiden was I played Ninja Gaiden 1. I didn't beat it. And then, like I said, I played Ninja Gaiden Black in 2019 during a Rageathon marathon, but I never got far in it. So that's the extent of my gameplay of Ninja Gaiden. So I've never played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I don't know if I would like it or not. I don't know if it's difficult. I know nothing really about it. So I don't know. We're gonna watch the trailer together and we're gonna figure it out. All right, if it's something you guys want or not, I'm not sure. Okay. One was a multiplayer online game for Ninja Gaiden 3. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, wow. I don't know anything about it. I don't remember. I mean, we're talking 2012, so you really think I remember 13 years ago what I was playing? Of course not, right? Who knows? Okay, so we got all that going on. But first, before we get to that, I think what we should do today, all right, let's do the setup for the viewer's choice poll. Let me go ahead and switch account. The DSPGaming account in my browser here. And what we will do, I'm going to show you how we set this up. Ready? So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to, oh, I could probably put my camera in the bottom right. We're doing Dino Crisis today. So probably we could do this, right? Yeah, that'll probably be fine. All right. So what we're going to do right here on the DSPGaming channel, all right, live, we're going to set up the thread where you are going to nominate games for the upcoming Viewer's Choice event. All right. And when you might say, well, what is the Viewer's Choice event? Well, allow me to explain. First off, let me do a shout out because we did get one contribution so far this morning from Detractors Are Sad. Did a $5 super chat and says, looking sharp like fine wine. You get better with time. Let the trolls stay mad. They'll never be you. I mean, not to toot my own horn here, but how I look today versus how I looked when I started, don't I look better? And not to even say that I care. I mean, I'm happy and healthy, and you know, I'm the slimmest I've been since I've been a YouTuber. I'm healthier than I've ever been since I've been a YouTuber, right? I'm dressing nicely now. I look a lot different, don't I? Okay. So thank you to Detractors Are Sad for our first contribution of the day. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Gee, you know, should I bring up contributions and you know, and beg a little bit before we start? Why not? And Detractors are sad, for the record. They're very sad. They're very upset. They're very upset that things, despite the fact that, you know, things are annoying with tech and stuff that bother me, that things are going well for me. They can't stand it, despite the fact that they don't get that my success allows them to make more content because they're that stupid. They're that brain dead moronic. But yeah, they definitely are upset that I'm looking good, that I'm having fun, that I'm making money, that I'm successful. They hate it. It's hilarious. Okay. Jade says, can we see Jasper today? I don't know. When on days when my wife is home, Jasper doesn't really even come near the office. If I hear him out in the office in the hallway, maybe I'll open the door. But he usually doesn't even think about, you know, coming in here. He knows he doesn't come in here on days my wife is home. So, by the way, Gemini 605 with a $5 super chat says your setup is crispy clear. Well, thank you. Yeah, I got the focus today on manual focus, so the camera should be super focused. I'm only going to turn on autofocus when we do things like DSP tries it. And I want to show you guys like more up close shots and stuff like the food. But for the most part, I think sitting on this manual focus is working well. Look how clear the camera is, right? And we got nice, supposed to be like shimmering gemstones and rubies. Our backdrop today. That's what this is supposed to simulate. Think about like a glistening ruby. That's what it's supposed to look like with the light show today. So hopefully it looks good for you guys. Okay. Good stuff. Well, what was I doing? Oh yeah. So guys, here's where we're at right now. 80 goals hit. 80 goals. All right. Now, we already did our celebration back on Wednesday. We did DSP Tries at Chick-fil-A. And by the way, it was great. Like, some of the things were absolutely amazing from Chick-fil-A. Some not so much. But the things that were great were absolutely great. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So looking forward to more DSP Tries It's in the future, but notably looking forward to more Chick-fil-A because, dude, that food was good. But I'm not going to eat that all the time. I definitely shouldn't. But yeah, so now we're working towards 90. And when we get to 90, goals hit, we could do a couple different things. The first thing we could do is another DSP Tries It of food. Now, we already looked into it, and we know that Taco Bell has a new menu of dippable cheese melted burritos, some kind of a special fries that they have now, and new frozen drinks. So that could be an interesting thing where I get 2 to 3 new things and rate them all together at once, okay? But if you guys have other ideas for things that I could do instead, I'm all ears. But I need to know what. Is there a particular product you think that I could order and get it within, say, a week's time and test it on DSP Tries It? I'd be down for that. Is there a particular kind of liquor that you think I could get from the liquor store and do a taste test of that? I could do that. All right, but I need your opinions on what you want. All right, but if not, if I don't get any feedback in the next few days, we're just going to end up probably doing the Taco Bell DSP Tries It. Not to say that I necessarily am dying to do that, but, you know, I need feedback. What is it exactly that you want? I need to know, all right? So please let me know, and I would appreciate if, you know, we could get maybe some more ideas rather than just the fast food. Dark Side Dabbing says, I promise you, if you try the fried chicken from Jollibee, you'll love it. The spicy fried chicken. I don't want to get spicy fried chicken from Jollibee. Super Bonjon says, a Johnny Walker sampler pack or a fancy variety of cheeses. I can't. Here's the problem. You may not know this, Super Bonjon. I am half lactose intolerant. Okay? What does that mean? It means I can consume dairy, but the more dairy I consume, the more I pay for it. For example, if I have a sandwich with cheese on it, I'm usually okay. But if I have something that's super cheesy, like if I just sat here and I ate the entire mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A, I would get bloating, incredible amounts of gas and pain all day, and I'd probably have to use the restroom a ton. A perfect example. Okay, about a week ago, we had milk that was about to expire. And I said, oh, you know, I haven't had just a straight up glass of milk in many years, actually. Seriously, I don't just drink milk because of my half lactose intolerance. I said, I'm just going to have a glass of milk for a change. So I had a big glass of milk, and for the rest of the day, I was in extreme pain. Tons of gas pain. It was, oh my God. Now, you know, what I should have done if I was going to do that, I should have taken like a gas pill or something earlier to negate the gas, but here I am thinking I could just have it. I also like yogurt. I can't stand yogurt. I love the flavor. I pay for it. I just, I get hunched over in extreme pain when I eat yogurt. So if I had a board of cheeses, I could eat them, but then I'd be in so much discomfort for the rest of the day. I don't think it's worth it. So I like your idea of a Johnny Walker sampler pack. I don't like your idea of a bunch of cheeses. I'll probably be paying for it, you know, horribly. So anyway. So there you go. So there's an example. Someone said, what about a Johnny Walker sampler pack? I guess I could see if they have that at the liquor store. I don't know. You know, but anything else, guys, I would like suggestions today because tomorrow's my day off. Maybe I could go to the liquor store and look for some of this stuff if it's something that's liquor related. But anything else also, you know, please, you know, let me know your suggestions because you know, we don't want DSP Tries It. Okay, what do you want? Well, we want viewer nights where you play multiplayer. No, you don't. Trolls want that. Trolls want that so that they can interfere with my content and they can make nights ruined. You know, who's gonna benefit from a night where I play with the viewers? 10 people who I play with? As opposed to if I do a DSP Tries It, hundreds to thousands of people see it. It's a little different, no? So I need good suggestions, not baloney suggestions. So please let me know what you think. You know, right now, Taco Bell, I'd say, would be the leading candidate for when we hit 90 goals, but we could do something else if we get a better idea in the meantime. Okay? Now, we are working towards the 100. When we hit 100 goals, that is the big one. That is the Viewer's Choice Marathon event where you guys are going to be nominating and then voting on games, and the game that wins will be a playthrough that we begin during a marathon. And that marathon will be very similar to my last one, where there will be food and booze and special stuff going down. Also, I'll be playing the game and testing it out and seeing is it worth a playthrough or not. And if we like it and people want a full playthrough, then it's going to be a full playthrough. Okay? Cool. Excellent. So that's coming up. But guys, please support the stream today. All right, let's have the final day of the week be a strong one. Remember, this week, sadly, was kind of a weird week. Number one, I lost an entire day of streaming because my internet was out. That threw my schedule for a loop. People were missing out on the shows and stuff because they didn't know what was when because the schedule got changed so significantly. Today being the last day of the week, I would love to end it on a high note by hitting the goals on each of today's streams. Remember, the first stream today is the premiere of Dino Crisis, a playthrough you have asked for years, and we'll talk about that in a second. The late stream is Friday Night Fights with Dalzim and Street Fighter 6. Hopefully that goes well as well, okay? Okay, I have another shout-out to do. A whopping generous $22 tip. It looks like it's from an anonymous tipper. Let me get a nice animation for the anonymous tipper. Thank you so much. It would be nice if my animations page would load. There we are. Thank you, anonymous tipper. $22. A very generous contribution. Let's see what they have to say. Okay. Hey, Phil, I'm glad you're playing Dino Crisis. Just a reminder, the game is very old and has archaic mechanics and cryptic puzzles with CDs and shit. I'd really like to see you make progress. If you need to look up Game Fact to get past the segment, do it. Not many people have the knowledge of the game, but they're intrigued to see you play it. Progress is vital to make this fun. Good luck on it, dude. You're right. With a game like this, an ancient game, right? You don't want me stuck on a puzzle for an hour. Like, I'm well aware of that. You want me to be making progress. Now, as always, with any game that I play, I'm going in blind. I have not done any prerequisite research or tried to figure anything out before I played it. And I'm not going to immediately start cheating or anything and looking stuff up. But if we go to a puzzle and I'm staring at it and I can't figure it out and no one in the chat knows what the hell's going on either, because this is a very old game, 1999, Dino Crisis 1. So very much a huge chance that I'm going to get stuck playing Dino Crisis at parts. And if people can't help me, I'm going to have to look it up. And it sucks. I don't want to. But I mean, man, are we far, far removed from the days of these kind of games, right? And, if I'm playing Resident Evil 1, yeah, I can figure it out because I've played Resident Evil 1 a zillion times. Even though there may be some archaic puzzles, if you've played the game and it's a classic, you're not going to have issues. But if you're playing a game like this, I've never played this one before. So I very well could get stuck. I hope I don't have to look anything up, but I get the feeling I'll have to look some stuff up. What can you do? Okay. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, I remember just from the initial hour that we played, right, the intro, I have these freaking CD discs or whatever, but I don't know what they do. And the game doesn't explain anything. It literally doesn't even try to tell you what they are. It's just like, oh, you found a CD disc. Okay, what do I do with this? Do I put it into a Sony Walkman, right? Do I throw it like a missile like I'm playing Revolution X? Do I shove it up my ass? Like, what do I do with this CD? Is there a puzzle? Like, do you decode it? Like, what is it? I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out. Okay, so hopefully, guys, you will stick around and hang out with me for Dino Crisis today. I'll have to try to figure this out and, go from there. But again, you're right. I don't want to cheat if I don't have to, but I might get stuck. And I'd much rather have progress each time I play the game than sit around and waste an hour, Cool. Okay. Another contribution has come in. Oh. From Luck Duck for Life. A $10 tip. They said, I love your content. First stream that I've actually been able to watch. Well, Luck Duck, welcome to the stream. I hope that you have a good time with me today here on the podcast, but also I hope you'll stick around for some fun Dino Crisis. I mean, again, a game that's a classic, but I've never played. It's rare that there's a game considered a classic, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. This is one of those exceptions. So I think today should be something special. Hopefully it translates into something fun for you guys. Okay. Good stuff. All right. So thank you guys for that. We're almost to a third already. A third of our goal for the stream. Let's keep that momentum going. Remember, everything counts. Super chats and super stickers, memberships and gifted memberships on YouTube, subs and gifted subs over on Kick, and of course, tips, which are universal and can be applied to anyone watching from anywhere because they're through PayPal and they're third party. All right, so thank you in advance. Let's hit that goal. Let's get to 81 today. Let's get that momentum rolling towards 90 for the next reward and 100 for the big marathon. Okay? Cool. Jade, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. You're not 100% yet. Hopefully you feel better, though. Is the stream skipping? The stream is not skipping. For some reason, this font, when I update it, makes the stream freeze and unfreeze. Or not the stream, but like the feed. I don't know why. The font is nice, right? It's supposed to be like a horror-themed font. And I thought, oh, I'll use this for Dino Crisis. It looks like claw marks or bite marks of the dinosaurs, right? So I thought this is really cool. But for some bizarre reason, when I'm editing it, it's freezing everything. Watch, I'll show you because I screwed it up. Ready? It froze and unfroze, right? I don't know why it's doing that. It like freezes and unfreezes the whole stream. I think some fonts actually are like super demanding on like resources and others aren't. I had this one font, it was supposed to be like Street Fighter writing. And if I even typed anything, the entire OBS kept freezing up and it wouldn't even render the R properly. The letter R was glitched. And I was like, dude, these fonts are something else. I thought fonts were like a simple thing, but apparently fonts are like ultra complicated. I don't know. No, I've never played Clock Tower. I'm aware of it, Luck Duck, but I've never played it. I've seen it. It's a SNES game, right? They got the giant scissors. Maybe I'd like to play it someday if there's a way to play it, on modern stuff. That might be a fun one because I've never experienced that one before either. Okay. All right. So, good stuff, right? Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now set up the poll, or not the poll, the thread. Here we are. So this is the main channel page. I'm going to make this a little bigger. Hold on. Myself bigger here. Cool. This is the main channel page of DSP Gaming. And if you would like to participate in the upcoming Viewers' Choice event, please do. The more feedback, the more input I get, the better for events like this. How does it work? Head over to the community tab of my DSP Gaming channel page. Right now, I'm going to make a public poll. Not poll, public. I keep saying poll. It's a thread. A public thread. Okay, here we go. So, I can't type. Go. I'll read this in a second. Okay, so let me read it now. Here we go. It's time for a big viewer's choice event. This is the thread where you can nominate games for my upcoming Viewer's Choice Marathon event, which will take place once we've hit 100 stream support goals. We are already at 80 and climbing fast, so now is the time to make your voice heard. Post up your game nominations here, and if you agree with the nomination, be sure to like that nomination in this thread. After about a week, I will tally up the most liked games and create a poll by which you will then vote on the game that will be played during the upcoming special Viewer's Choice Marathon. As an added bonus, if the game does well during the marathon and we all agree that the game should continue to be played, then I will play it as a full playthrough here on DSPGaming. No, games must be readily available to be played either on PC, PlayStation 5 Pro, or the Switch. Sadly, I'm not able to play things that aren't available on modern marketplaces at this time. Thanks and good luck. So to clarify what I mean, okay? Oh, I should make one other note. Also, the game should not be something that we've previously disqualified, such as, oh God, what was that stupid anime game? Thank you, Dick Jones, for the gifted subs. I'll shout that out in a second. What was that stupid anime game? I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Code Vein. What's that anime puzzle game from a million years ago? One with the sheep? Stellar Blade. What was the other one? What's the one with the sheep? I don't remember what it's called. That game that it's a puzzle game with the sheep, and I didn't like it, but I only liked it for the anime storyline, but I played it so long ago that there's no reason for me to ever play it again. Catherine, thank you. Okay, so no, games must be readily available to be played either on PC, PlayStation 5 Pro, or the Switch. Sadly, I'm not able to play things that aren't available on modern marketplaces at this time. What I mean by that, don't nominate a game that's a freaking game you can only play emulated, like it's a classic game from the N64 era, and it's not on the Switch, and you expect me to load a whole bunch of emulators and shit to get it to work. It's not going to work. So there's no point in wasting time nominating that kind of stuff. Also, the game should not be something we previously disqualified, like Code Vein, Stellar Blade, or Catherine. As you guys know, there's certain games that particularly my detractors have asked for over the years for no good reason. Like, Code Vein is a game I played the beta of, or the demo of, and no one liked it. Then detractors found out, oh, it has a bunch of anime girls with big boobs in it, and they thought, oh, that would be hilarious for Phil to play a game with anime characters with big boobs. Why? I don't know. I've played tons of games with anime characters with big boobs. They're just mentally stunted idiots. But no one likes that game. You know, I didn't. No one's gonna want to see me play it, so I'm not gonna play it as a playthrough that no one's gonna watch. You see, Stellar Blade, we tried. You guys asked all last year for me to try it. I played it during Christmas. Everyone hated it, so we're not gonna do it. No matter how many trolls try to get me to play a game no one's gonna enjoy, I'm not gonna play it because I'm not stupid. And Catherine, like I said, Catherine was a game that when it came out over a decade ago, it was incredibly unique. It was actually the first anime style, like Persona style game from Atlas, because it has that Persona art style that I've ever experienced. So it was like an anime with a game. I liked the story. I hated the gameplay. I think that the puzzle gameplay was really annoying. And I basically just like toughed my way through it for the purposes of the playthrough. But I don't want to play it again. And I said this time and time again through every re-release of the game. I don't want to play it again, but people undoubtedly nominate it just because they know it annoys me and I don't want to play it. So no, I'm not doing that. Okay. And then lastly, it was a game that I've already played recently, right? Like last year, I played Fallout 4. Don't nominate Fallout 4. We just played it last year. You know what I'm saying? It should be a game that haven't played in a while. So that way, if I'm going to play it, it resonates with the audience and me. It's not me rehashing or redoing something I just did and everyone's bored. Oh, one final thing too. Lastly, no multiplayer only games such as MMOs, team-based shooters, etc. So no World of Warcraft, Apex Legends, etc., as the idea is that this will eventually turn into a full playthrough that will be finished within a set length of time on normal streams. So no endless games. There you go. So there's your criteria. All right, criteria number 1, it has to be a game that's readily available. Number 2, it can't be something that we've already disqualified because you know it would not work as a playthrough. Number 3, it has to be something that actually has a beginning, middle, and end. Not a game that's an endless game that goes on forever. And number 4, no lengthy RPGs, because who the hell wants to see me play 5 to 7 hours of an RPG during a marathon and really not make a dent in it, right? Okay. Cool. No League of Legends. That's not the point. The point of viewer's choice, as I've explained, you're supposed to be getting a game that's going to make for a great playthrough in the future, but a game that I've never been exposed to before. I'll give you some perfect examples, okay? Back in the day, I had never played the Yakuza series, and then I played it, I was exposed to it for the first time, and it blew my mind. I never played Sonic 2006, and that was one of my best playthroughs of all time. I never played Super Mario Sunshine, okay? What about weird, visual novels? I didn't even know what visual novels were. And then you guys introduced me to Danganronpa, and I was like, whoa. So you see what I'm saying? That's kind of the point of viewer's choice, is to try to expose me to stuff that I'm not aware of or I haven't played before. And now those games will get exposure on my stream. I'll be able to see what they are and figure out if it turns into a good playthrough or not. Get it? That's kind of the point of viewer's choice. And that's what's worked the best in the previous years. So, okay. Dick Jones, 4 gifted subs over on Kick. Thank you so much, Dick Jones. I appreciate that support. You know what? I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to do a 5-sub animation. Even though it was 4 gifted, I'm going to do a 5-sub animation anyway, just because I'm appreciative and I'm in a good mood. So thank you, Dick. Let's get you on the leaderboard here. Where'd that H come from? And that gets us up to $62 of support this morning. Thank you, Dick. Looks like a few tips have come in, so let's do some shout outs for the tips. So someone tipped $2 as Stellar Blade gets better as the game continues. Don't let the first hour define the game. But the point is, I played the first hour, right? Everyone wanted to see me play it. I did. We know what it is, and you know I'm not going to like it. It's the same kind of repetitive combat, platforming, right? Pretty much not very interesting story. Eye candy for people who like it. That's all it is. It's what I would consider is flash and not a lot of substance, and that's fine. If you like flashy combat games, then go for it. But it's not for me. So why would you want to see me play it and suffer through it and just complain the whole time, which you know I'm going to do, right? You saw what happened at Christmas, so that's why people at Christmas said, all right, forget it, don't play it, because we don't want that, right? And then here's another $1.30 tip. Give Stellar Blade a chance. I already said no, so now I'm going to repeat myself. No. If you tip $1, you know what I'm going to say? No. If you tip $2, you know what I'm going to say? No. If you tip $100, do you want to know what I'm going to say? No. If you tip me $1,000 right now, if you were to tip me $1,000 right now on the stream and said, now would you play Stellar Blade? I'd probably think about it for a second. Like, I'd probably give it some serious consideration and serious thought. For $1,000, that's a lot of support. And then I would say, no, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to play it because I don't like it. And the whole point of viewer's choice is not to torture Dark Side Phil. It's to have Phil be exposed to a new kind of game that perhaps he likes and turns into a great playthrough. Okay? So no, stop it right now. Okay. I received a $2 tip. All right, it's just a moron, so I'm just going to ignore him. Okay. Hold on, there's more. This would be a lot easier if my touchpad worked better, but for some reason my touchpad's been working really crappy recently. You should play every Five Nights at Freddy game. All right, you know what? Now listen, that would be an interesting nomination. Imagine if the nomination is just Five Nights at Freddy's, okay? So here's what I would do for you. If you nominate Five Nights at Freddy's, here's what I'll do. I will... Yeah, when I'm... Oh, are you kidding? I'm not even kidding you guys. When I edit that font, it says encoding is overclocked. Hold on a second. This is hilarious. No, this is fucking hilarious. So right now, okay, I'm going to go over to... Where is it? Performance, okay? So right now, my GPU is at 70% use because I'm streaming to 2 different services at 2 different qualities, and I'm recording, okay? This is hilarious. If I go into my font, this is hilarious. I'm going to go into the font. Okay, I'm still at 60% use. I'm going to literally delete 1 letter. Are you ready? Let's see what happens. Oh my God. It went to 90%. I literally deleted 2 characters from the font, from the leaderboard, and it went to 95% GPU use. How does editing a font use your GPU? What? How does changing the text in a fucking screen crawl kill the GPU? I think I'm going to change the font, folks. This is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Yeah, it went to 97. It went from 70%. Changing the fucking text on the screen is taking up 30% of my GPU use on my computer. Have you ever seen anything like this before? What is happening? All right, I'm changing the font right now. Hopefully we can find one that doesn't destroy my PC. Let me look here. This is absolutely insane. No, that one doesn't work. This is a glitched one that it doesn't show numbers for some bizarre reason. Dang. Okay, hold on. I had another one that I liked. Oh, you know what? I think it was up there. I think it was, shit. This one doesn't work either. That one also doesn't have numbers. Darn. The ones that I like, the numbers are glitched and don't work. The world of fonts is a weird one. Let's just put it that way. We're like, you would think fonts would be so simple. They're actually complicated. And some fonts don't work properly in certain situations. What's this one? Oh, God, no, we're not doing that. That's a funny one. All right, I know what one I want to do. Let me go up here. Hold on. Hopefully this one will not glitch the stream and use 95% of my freaking graphics card. That's insanity that it does that. Where is it? Is this it? Yes. Okay, we're going to do this one. There. Now let me test it. Ready? Oh, look. It doesn't destroy my computer. Look, this one doesn't actually increase the GPU at all. So are you... How did someone make a font that the font destroys your GPU use? I'm so confused. How is that even possible? Wow. Okay. So now, to the person's point, he said, play every Five Nights at Freddy game. okay? Here's what I would do. If you guys nominate Five Nights at Freddy's, just nominate Five Nights at Freddy's if you're interested. You don't have to nominate a specific game. Here's what I would do. I would buy that collection that has like the first 4 or 5 games, which it's cheap too, and we would actually do Five Nights at Freddy's the marathon, where I would play 1, 2, 3, like maybe you give each game like 45 minutes to an hour and play through each one and see how those games advanced over time and how they got better or worse or whatever. And since that day, remember, I'm going to be drinking that day, so that could be even more funny because I'd be drunk trying to play Five Nights at Freddy's. All right? So there you go. That's a valid suggestion. I totally feel like having the history of Five Nights at Freddy's could be a good suggestion. By the way, that was a $2 tip. And I would probably enjoy that. Now, listen, I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's. I actually legit don't like the games. I've played a few of them and didn't like them. But if we were doing a special themed marathon to expose me to all of them so I could kind of see the history of the games, where the games went, stuff like that, that I would be down for. Okay? Here you go. I received a $1.25 tip. Take a look. Make sure it's not a troll. This person says, I'm wearing a Chris Chan sweater. Okay, if you say so. If you say so, I totally look like Chris Chan to a T today. Totally. I mean, yeah, we could be brothers, right? Whatever you say. And I received a $1.30 tip. It's not viewer's choice if we don't get Stellar Blade. All right, then. It's viewer's choice minus Stellar Blade. Too bad. Thanks for the tip. I received a $9.99 super chat from Old Ugly Bastard. This person says, there's an official and unofficial remake of Oblivion coming out this year. Official will be in the Unreal Engine 5. The unofficial is in the Skyrim engine and it's called Skyblivion. Would you play either of them? Well, here's the thing. Number one, I'm worried about Skyblivion because we know what happens to these fan remakes once official remakes are announced. Basically, the fan remakes get obliterated, do they not? By the way, I put this in the wrong spot. Let me fix that. And so that makes me nervous that I can't type today. It definitely makes me nervous that if there really is an official remake coming out, which I don't think the official announcement has come out yet for it yet, right? We don't know that for sure. It's just a strong rumor that they're going to basically shut down the fan remake. Now, that Skyblivion has been in development for many, many, many years. And they even came out with this roadmap that basically says that they're trying to finish it by the end of the year, but they need more help to do that. So I don't know. I think if think of it this way, if Bethesda and Microsoft, they own the rights to Oblivion, they're not going to want competition. What if people say the Skyblivion mod is better than the official remake re-release? They're gonna shut it down. So it does make me nervous that that's what's going to happen, that they're actually going to end up getting shut down. I mean, I hope not, but it's a strong possibility. So that's number one. Number two, I don't know if you guys want to see Oblivion so soon. I just played it, 2 years ago, right? That was our big Bethesda playthrough 2 years ago. Remember, every year I play a Bethesda game. It started off with, what was the first one I played? Was it Skyrim? No, it was a Fallout game, right? Wasn't it New Vegas? So I think we did New Vegas, and then we did Skyrim, right? Then we did Oblivion, and then we did Fallout 4. So like every year I've been playing a big Bethesda playthrough. And this year I don't know what it would turn out to be. It could be Fallout 3 if there's like a better version of modded version of Fallout 3. Maybe we could do the version where it's Fallout 3 and New Vegas together. Or you know what we could do? We could play Fallout London, which is a mod that everyone says is great, and I didn't get to play, but maybe we could do Fallout London. That would be kind of neat because it's a first-time playthrough, right? So anyway, yeah, we'll think about it. But anyway, I don't know if people want Oblivion again. I just did it 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago. And the DLCs, remember? So I don't know if we would want to do Oblivion so soon. Okay. So, there we go. Thanks for the support, guys. So now we're at $80 of support. We're more than halfway to the goal. Let's keep that momentum rolling on the podcast this morning. Let's see if we can hit the goal before I even play Dino Crisis, all right? But in the meantime, please head over to DSPGaming. Please head over to the main community tab. Please post up. In fact, who posted so far? 20 responses. 20 immediately responses within 14 minutes. That is great. Stellar Blade. Okay, so they're going to be banned. Arma 3, Stellaris, Cyberpunk, Total Warhammer, Postal 2. This is good. Cooney Pop, I heard that's like isn't it like an adult game? I think it is. Rimworld, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. So this, since this person just wants Stellar Blade, I'm just going to remove it because they're asking legit. The other person was an idiot. Mario 3, really? Factorio, League, Fear and Hunger, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door Remake. Desperado 3, Factorio, Stellar Blade. All right. 2 bands. That's excellent. All right. So that's good. Good start. Keep it going, guys. Keep nominating. And remember, if you like one of these nominations, give it a like. Okay. And that's going to be rolling likely for about a week. Okay. And then after about a week, I'll tally up the most nominated games and we'll do a poll. Get your Five Nights at Freddy's nomination in there. If you're interested in seeing me do a Five Nights at Freddy's like marathon deal, head over and nominate, get that up there, and people start voting it, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right. So, folks, what I'd like to do now for the rest of the show is react, because during the Microsoft press event yesterday, they presented a ton of games that are all being published by Microsoft Studios, okay? So, I'd like to watch them and react to them for the first time. All right, here we go. Let's do it. So this game is kind of interesting. We saw, I believe the first time we saw this game, South of Midnight, I believe it was Summer Game Fest last year. Was it not? I think it was. If not, it was maybe a little later in the year. But I know we saw the trailer, and the trailer is unique because it has that kind of low frame rate, almost stop motion style of like the Spider-Verse movies. But then when they showed the gameplay, it was 60 frames, so a little confusing. And the gameplay looked to me almost like this game is the spiritual successor to Infamous, which is very interesting because we haven't seen anything that looks like Infamous for a very long time. All right. So here it is, the official story trailer of South of Midnight. Let's give it a look and let's see what it's all about.
Whew. It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
See, even the art style kind of looks like the Spider-Verse movies in a little bit.
As long as you didn't forget the...
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right
Oh.
now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
Oh,
We
snap.
might need some help.
Talking
I
back to your
might need
mama?
some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Damn it, mama. Why are you so damn good? Why are you such a good person, mama? How dare you help other people, Mama? What a plot. How dare you help everyone around us and give of yourself to help your fellow man? How could you, Mama? Why are you showing up everyone around us? Oh, wait, there goes the house. Oh, shit, the house flooded? The house washed away? Oh, shit. That's fucked up. Damn, that's like immediate fucked up karma right there. God damn.
Is that Hazel? The trailer got swept downstream with Mama in it, and it ain't just about Mama. I'm seeing these things.
Hey, Hazel.
Who's there?
Up here. You find your mama yet?
Ah! Oh, a little crazy?
Nope. Ain't no way.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself.
What are you talking about?
You can't see strands, can't you? And a trained weaver ought to be able to rescue her mama easy. I can teach you the rest.
This better work.
So this is weird and confusing me because when they last showed this game, like I said, it showed that the gameplay was a smooth 60 frames. But now it's not. Now it looked choppy like it was the frame rate of the Spider-Verse movie. So did they change the game?
Crowd, you feel your thoughts out loud, lost in
Can I help you, son?
You know anything about that creepy old house up on the hill?
Yes, that was once the home of Hug and Molly.
Wait, is Hug and Molly real?
All the stories are real, darling.
until you call.
Whoa, that's a little creepy.
Weavers fix things deep down. They mend parts of your soul so ripped you'd forgotten they were ever one piece.
I came all this way to hear his story. The real story, Itchy.
It was complicated. This is grown folks' business. This ain't for you.
I ain't no damn child.
And you're welcome to try bottling up the pain. But the roots of this trouble go deep.
Dear, you've been keeping secrets.
I don't think I have a single criticism. It looks great to me. Does it not? This looks completely original, a great concept. It's set in a place where we almost never have video games set. The world design is colorful and unique and interesting. The monster design is good. The combat looks like it could be good. Everything looks good. I don't think I have a single criticism of it so far. April 8th, and of course, remember, Game Pass, all these games that we're going to be reacting to today are on Game Pass. That looks great to me. I was expecting to go into it and be like, oh, it doesn't look that good. No, it's unique. It's interesting. It's got apparently a pretty interesting plot. It looks like it's going to have some interesting gameplay. From the gameplay that we saw previous, it was running at 60 frames. I mean, I like that the art style is kind of that stop motion. It kind of reminds me of the movie Coraline. Remember that movie? And so it might be creepy, but it might be funny. It's completely good. Like, I don't see a problem with that whatsoever. I want something different, and it's not just a cookie cutter copy of someone else. And that looks like they actually tried to go out of their way to make something original and different. You know? That looks good to me. I'm 2 thumbs up from what I just saw. Now, we didn't see much gameplay. I'm sure there's going to be more gameplay coming up, but as a story presentation, that was outstanding. I'm actually quite interested in the game's plot and everything going on, and it looks great to me. And April 8th, only bummer, this does annoy me, okay? Play up to 5 days early with the premium edition. Just stop. Just stop with that shit. No, you have Game Pass, you get the game. Why do I have to spend more money to play it 5 days early? No, everyone should just get it the same day. Now, you got to spend extra money to play it a few days early, and then some people have the elite status. Because you know what it is? The content creators will get it early, right? All the fucking people who kiss Xbox's butt, they'll be playing it a week early and spoil the whole fucking game. I don't like that. Everyone should get it day one. That way no one's spoiling it for everyone else on the internet. It's incredibly stupid because it looks great to me, but I've had enough of these dropping extra money to get it early. I've done that with games like Starfield, and that was a huge bust, right? So I'm just not down for doing that. I don't like the idea that people will get this game early because Microsoft likes them, so they'll play it early and make extra money and spoil the game for everyone on the internet. That's a bullshit practice that needs to stop. If it's a Game Pass game, it's a fucking Game Pass game, all right? Not, it's a Game Pass game, but, you're a poor brokey and you can't afford it, so you have to wait, but those rich people or the selected content creators who are going to stroke this game and say that it's great even if they don't like it, they'll get it early. No, I hate that practice. But the game looks interesting. The game looks unique. I like the art style. Again, when we saw the combat or the gameplay last year, it kind of looked like Infamous. I'm down for all of that. That all sounds good to me. Good stuff. Okay. First of all, Chris became a member this morning. Thank you to Chris for the membership on YouTube. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Chris, our one new member today. Memberships count for $3 towards the goal. And Not a Wabbit did a $2 super chat. Says, it's woke. It will flop like Dragon Age. What exactly did you see there that was woke? But now, I'm going to call you out on this one now. Do you think it's woke because the protagonist is black? That's not what woke means, dude. You don't even know what that means. If you think that that's what woke means, it means that you are a stupid idiot and you don't understand the concept of woke. Okay? No, woke is pushing overly progressive leftist themes down your throat. It does not mean that every single piece of content that has to do with something that's not insanely mainstream is woke. That's stupid. That's a really dumb thing that you just said. The game is set down in Louisiana, right? It seems to have that cold Creole, voodoo, kind of interesting plot line. The cultural references are appropriate for that area of the country for what it is. It doesn't seem to be pushing progressive themes down your throat. It seems like it's perfectly culturally appropriate. That is ridiculous what you just said. And I get it. Listen, in recent years, we have had many games that have been overly woke, pushing progressive themes down your throat, like The Last of Us 2 or Dragon Age, The Veilguard. But this game does not seem to be that, so cut out your bullshit, all right? Just because it's not your typical cookie-cutter bullshit that you see in every game doesn't mean that it's woke. It just means that you're a fucking racist, okay? So it's time to look in the mirror. Okay. Someone tipped $2 to do a community poll for Five Nights at Freddy Marathon or Oblivion. What do you mean? I don't even know what you mean. There's a thread to nominate. We're not doing a community poll. Not a Wabbit did a $2 super chat. Says, I'm not a stupid idiot. Take that back. I'll take it back if you apologize for saying something incredibly racist on my stream, because that's what you just did. You literally just said that game was woke because there's a black girl as the protagonist. So you're racist. That's an insanely racist thing to say. Anyway, let's continue. All right. So, okay, next. Up next, we've got Doom the Dark Ages, which now has gameplay sizzle. That's what they're actually calling this video. Gameplay sizzle. Now, for those who don't know my history with the Doom series, I love Doom 1 and 2 back on the PC. Doom 3, I actually liked as well, even though a lot of people didn't. Okay? I really liked Doom 2016. Because Doom 2016 took the classic formula but translated it to a modern era. But then there was the last Doom, okay? Doom Eternal. I didn't like Doom Eternal, and here's why. The game, basically, in my opinion, got downgraded. Instead of it being about interesting story and gameplay elements that were a mishmash of retro and modern, Doom Eternal became adrenaline junkie crap. It just became kill a bunch of enemies to charge up this meter, kill a bunch of enemies to charge up this meter, use the ability you charged up to kill a bunch of enemies to charge up the next meter, then do that. And remember, it was like, what was it? Health, armor, and something else, rage. There's like 3 meters you have to constantly fill. And the entire game became about just constantly moving and being this twitchy adrenaline shooter instead of it being what I felt was the roots of Doom. Listen, Doom always was about surviving against insurmountable odds, but it wasn't about a rock, paper, scissors, junky fetish, kind of deal. And I didn't like what they did with it. I thought that Doom 2016 was actually way better than Doom Eternal, okay? So now, this next one. All right? This next one. I got a question, because when you see it, first of all, I don't like the idea that the Marine, the Space Marine, somehow was an alternate timeline superhero who was going through space and time, killing demons and angels. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you so stupid? Why do you have to take the most simple idea? All right, here's the simplicity of Doom. Oops, scientists and nerds stepped too far. Kind of like Jurassic Park, right? They made a park full of dinosaurs. Well, oops, they accidentally went too far and opened interdimensional rifts, and now these demons are invading our planet, right? So someone's got to do something about it, and it sure as hell is not going to be the nerds and the scientists that are fucking everything up. It's got to be someone who's a badass. So the Space Marine says, fuck all this shit, takes his helmet, puts it on, and proceeds to slaughter entire armies of enemies. It's amazing. It's a timeless story. the voiceless protagonist going crazy, killing all the enemies against insurmountable odds, right? Why do we have to now turn it into this insane, like, fanboyist, weird internet lore of how he was some kind of a fucking space hero god that went through time and space, killing the angels and demons? No. The simple was better. Your new modern take on what the Doom lore is bad. It's crap. It sounds like a teenager was writing a comic book. It's shitty. And it really is pathetic that people like this. I don't like this modern shit. Okay? So let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see what happens, but let's take a look at this and see what I think. Here we go. It's awful. It's terrible. I can't stand it. I'm just kidding. Here we go. I was going to say, it actually looked a little blurry. Okay. That's better. I like that. I like the beheading with the shield. That's a cool animation.
All the power of hell, cowering level 1 man.
And that's what makes the plot stupid. He's just supposed to be one man. And if it's like one man who's had enough and he's going to go all out to save humanity, that I can get behind. One man who turns into a space god fighting angels and demons and floating around, like, it goes too far. Like, I'll suspend my disbelief to a certain point, but seriously, it's like fanboy bullshit, like fan service writing. That's what I don't like about this. And by the way, isn't this supposed to be a prequel? I hate prequels because you already know what happened after the prequel. You know the Space Marine cannot die in Doom the Dark Ages because he's in the next game that already happened. Get it? So that's what really pisses me off about this kind of game.
Engines online.
It's not your dad's Doom. Let's just put it that way, all right? It's just not your father's Doom. They took Doom and they wanted to make it something completely different, so they did. And people like what the modern Doom is. This is like, to me, you want to know what this is the equivalent of? And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, what a hot take. The modern Transformers movies versus what Transformers was in the 1980s. I dare you to go watch the original animated Transformers movie and then watch any of these Michael Bay movies. And you tell me what's better. I would be shocked if a single person says the Michael Bay movies are actually better than the original animated movie, because it was so different back then. It had great plot, meaningful characters. It wasn't just adrenaline junkie shit. Now, they've turned everything nostalgic into modern adrenaline junkie shit. And that's what this looks like to me. Like, oh my God, he's in a mech now. Oh, he's chopping your head off with the shield. If they just kept going after Doom 2016 and continued with that plot and didn't go insane with it, I think it would have been much better. But maybe I'm just from a different time, right? Maybe it's time for me to admit that a lot of things from my youth, they're not popular anymore, because I love classic Doom. And I don't think we're ever going to get another game that's like classic Doom. Like, this game could be a 20-hour, adrenaline-fueled, zany set-piece thrill ride, and it could be good, but then why call it Doom? Why can't they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not just call it something else, right? I don't know. That's my take. You can disagree, but this is disappointing to me. Like, I'm not saying this won't be a good game, but it's just not Doom. It's not what the spirit of the series originally was. Of course, no one involved with the original Doom is making this. That's the thing. Here we are 30 fucking years later. No one involved with the original project is involved with this. And these games print money. So, listen, if anything, this new game will be a great test for my gaming PC to see how well it can handle it. Because you can see that's going to be wild over-the-top graphics, right? So that will be a good experiment for me. But as for the game itself, sadly, I'm not excited for it like I would be if it were really like a sequel to Doom 2016, which it just isn't, okay? All right, some more contributions. We got Chris with 5 gifted memberships here on YouTube. Thank you to Chris, and congrats to anyone who just got one of those. That means Chris is up to 6 memberships, and those 5 account for another $15 of support, which means we're now up to 104 and climbing. We're more than 2/3 of the way to our goal, folks. Thank you for that. And then, detractors are sad that a $2 super chat. He says, OG Doom is the GOAT. New ones are too weird. All right, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I agree with the sentiment. Really. Okay. All right, continuing on. Yeah, I don't understand why auto quality, it's downgrading to like the lower qualities, because obviously I could do 4K, but YouTube sucks. It never auto qualities properly. If you don't know, if you try to watch videos on YouTube, it never auto adjusts quality properly. It always downgrades you to something way lower than what you should want to watch. Okay. Folks, this is an interesting one. This game is called Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And when this was first revealed last year, we knew almost nothing about it. And then all of a sudden you were like, whoa, the graphics are like outstanding. The content looks good. What is it? Oh, it's a turn-based RPG. Really? So this is the first time I think we're actually going to get like in-depth a look at it, because before it's just kind of been glossed over. Let's take a look.
Rated mature.
I've been having nightmares. Being out here isn't what I expected.
Legacy can take many forms, right? Learn from the ones who came before.
And lay the trail for the ones who come after.
Now, wait a minute. They're showing it at a low frame rate. I don't know why they're doing that, because previously they had actually watched, or they'd actually shown it at a higher frame rate. A little confused. They're showing it at a lower cinematic frame rate now, the gameplay. Look at this. Ultimate succapatate? Wait a minute. An ultimate succapatate? Like an ultimate sack of potatoes? Is that actually what it's called? Like the ultimate sack of potatoes, boss?
Get ready.
They countered. Oh, look at that.
Is that a Kestrel?
I still can't believe they exist.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I just need one foot. Aha!
You can turn into.
Whoa, chromatic danseuse. So I'm assuming that's kind of like a summoned creature, right? Like a summoned monster that comes to help you. That's what it looks like, right? So it looks like there's also timed button inputs, a la games like Super Mario RPG or Sea of Stars. It looks like there's timed inputs as well.
Bonjour, mes amis.
We need
Bonjour!
to cross the sea. Bulger said you could help.
All right. Ready to sail like
Yeah, look, you could ride him. He's basically, yeah, like a freaking transport.
This is a much better way to travel.
Ah! Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Is 2025 finally the year of original concept games? Like, does anything in this game look like something else you've seen in another game? The art style's original. The plot seems completely original. Dude, this may be the year we've wanted. Finally, enough of the rehashed bullshit, redone game over and over. Look, it doesn't look like anime. For the first time in like 10 years, an RPG that doesn't look like the same anime game that you've played 400 times already, right? This is this is looking really good to me. Yeah, it is. It's time button presses.
We're gonna take down the painters, just the three of us?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
A gradient counter. They're covered in blood. Ew. Completely covered in blood.
As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
Looks good to me. April 24th. Oh, not done? Nope.
So very sorry. My friend.
I wonder, is that supposed to be like so they're in a world where they just see this 33 off in the background. They have no idea what it is, so they're going on an expedition to figure out what it is. It seems completely original when it comes to the plot, when it comes to the world design. I haven't seen a game that looks like that before, right? It's kind of like almost a European kind of a game, like Europe, but like old-time Europe-y. Like there's nothing super modern about that. It's like old style, almost like colonial Europe. But I don't know. It actually like, it resonates as something different to me. It doesn't look samey. It doesn't feel samey. I think it's going to be amazing to have graphics like that. And, you know, the game looks great, does it not? So, yeah, I'm down for that. At least with this one. Right? Dab Hands, I agree with you. He says, it looks like it's like another Lost Odyssey type RPG. You're right. A game that is doing something completely original. It looks like Lost Odyssey to me. And that's a game that I've always wanted to play for you guys. I never got around to. So, yeah. That, to me, that genuinely looked great. I'm very interested in that one, for sure. Okay. Kermit Moo Bear did a $2 super chat asking would I meet PPP in real life if possible. I wouldn't be opposed to it if there was a reason and we were doing something together, you know, then yes. But, you know, number one, I'm incredibly busy, as you know. Number two, I'm happily married, and you know, for me, I get it. Like some people will be like, oh, do you want to hang out with PPP or Andy and spend time because you guys are like friends or whatever? It's like, Well, I'd rather spend time with my wife. I'm just being honest. I don't have enough time with my own family and my wife, you know? So if I could spend more time, I would spend time with my family as opposed to flying across the world to meet up with these guys, you know, just to hang out. And that's just my honest answer. Okay. Cool. All right, let's continue. We still have two more to go. Ready? All right, so folks, this one was a big surprise. Out of nowhere, during yesterday's Xbox Direct, they announced they were literally dropping a game that moment. And everyone was like, that moment? What are you talking about? You're releasing a game right now? And everyone was like, yes. Here it is. I'm not going to say a word. Let's just watch and I'll react to it. Here we go. Team Ninja. Who's that? Ninja Gaiden. Hoi. Ouch. Is it, by the way, again, okay, 4K. I gotta make sure it's at the right resolution. Nice, look at that teleporting crazy combo. The compression on YouTube is terrible, though. Some of the colors are bad. Looks neat. Looks great as a modern game. Like, these graphics are great, right? Look at the lighting.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Genshi, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
So here's my question, because I don't understand this, and hopefully someone in the chat will answer it for me. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Now, I know that there was a Ninja Gaiden reboot series, and there was 1, 2, 3. I think 3 was where it ended, right? But what does the black signify? Is this a special edition of Ninja Gaiden 2 remade? Or was there actually a Ninja Gaiden 2 Black back in the day, and this is the remake of the black version? Like, I'm confused because I didn't play those. So I don't know the difference. Is this a straight up remake of a game? Or is this a new version of an older game? Does anyone know? There are 2 editions. Okay. How does it work? It's the design of Sigma, not the original 2. It's a more improved version. It's what they call the definitive version of Ninja Gaiden 2. So it is the original Ninja Gaiden 2, but it's been remade, and they're calling it black because of that. Okay. Here's the thing. I remember playing Ninja Gaiden 3 when it was a new release in 2012, and everyone had told me it was going to be an over-the-top, crazy, difficult game like Dark Souls had been, and it wasn't. It actually was quite easy. I went through it with almost no difficulty, and I liked it, but I was like, wow, I was completely missold on this game. I thought it was going to be a different style of game. So Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I wonder if it's a hyper-difficult game, or is it just an action-packed game? I don't know. It has new playable characters and new combat mechanics added. And it's been ported to Unreal Engine 5. Well, it looks gorgeous, does it not? Let's finish it. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. It's available right now. Yeah, available today. So obviously I could play it right now on PC if I wanted to. Okay? It's the original game. I remember playing it in 2008. It's the same and free on Game Pass as House of Knights. There was Ninja Gaiden 2. Then there was Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. Now we have Black, which is the new definitive version of Part 2. There are two versions, Black and Sigma. Black is the definitive edition. It's a remix, but the remix is based on Sigma rather than the original. It's drastically different in enemy count. But this is considered the more modern definitive edition, and people would want to play this version, is what you're saying. Okay. It's very confusing, but okay. So, question is, do you guys want to see me play it? And if so, do we start it next week? Obviously, I wasn't going to change today's schedule, but we could start it as early as next week. It's out. It's on Game Pass. I could play it on PC immediately. I'll let everyone think about it, and maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe we could start it as early as Sunday. I'm not kidding. We could just play it on Sunday if you want, and try it out and see if it's any good. I'd be down for that. It's up to you. Really, Yak Almighty says the game runs like shit. I get 50 FPS on my 4080 Super. Well, that's absolutely unacceptable. What do I have? I have a 4070 Ti Super, don't I? If it runs like shit, then forget it. All right, anyway, so that's an interesting. Now, as a follow-up, we're going to do this back to back, okay? They then immediately did this and released this trailer. So now let's watch this one. Ready? Here we go. Okay, 4K, about time. Here we go. We're going pretty high up in the sky right now. Ooh, Team Ninja.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Who's this?
Infiltrated the facility.
A new main character for this? Interesting. It is a new protagonist. Are they pulling a Metal Gear Solid 2?
No escape.
Very stylized. Look at those stylized kills.
You're open. Weak.
Oh god, like bullet hell plus ninja fighting.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting.
So he's there too. Ryu's in it too, so there's two protagonists. Oh.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
There's probably two different campaigns. Probably one for Raven and one for Ryu. That's interesting. And interestingly enough, so that's Platinum Games with Team Ninja. Platinum Games made Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Remember that game? So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Fall. We don't have a date, but fall. And that's crazy because, like I said, Ninja Gaiden 3 came out in 2012. So it took them 13 years to get back around to making a game in this series. I wonder how well it'll go. And how many people will want to play it. I guess it really depends on many factors, but this with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black being out now on Game Pass, this might reinvigorate the entire series, right? Zelnaga Tyler says, interestingly enough, In Ninja Gaiden 4, there's a new character. In Devil May Cry 4, there was a new character. And the cover of Ninja Gaiden 4 is looking very similar to Devil May Cry 4's cover. Right? And then, same devs, right? Huh. Okay. Very interesting. All right, guys. Well, I'm interested. You guys, please let me know if you want to see me play Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. That could be a good lead-in into whether we play this in the fall. It looks exciting to me. And like I said, I played Ninja Gaiden 3 and I really liked it. But I mean, that was 13 years ago. So I don't know. Is there still interest or not? But it looks good. You know, I guess it really depends on how it controls and how it plays and how fun it is too. But it looks pretty good. All right. Excellent. All right. So that's a lot of stuff to react to. So I would say, no exaggeration, none of it looked bad. Right? None of the stuff we just reacted to looked bad at all. Perhaps, you know, Doom the Dark Ages, I'm not as excited for because I wish it was classic Doom or even Doom 2016, you know me. But outside of that, everything there looked great. And those are all games coming out in the next few months, right? So I have to add those games to my game release schedule. All of those were April, right? April or later. So we're going to have I think one was in March, was it? We're going to have a hell of a spring. We're going to have a hell of a spring for new games, which is great. Very good. All right. Well, guys, that's about it. That's all I got for the show. So what I would say is I didn't do any open Q&A or anything today because we had so many topics to cover. So if you guys have anything you want to talk to me about right now would be the time to tag me in chat, or if you contribute, I'll give you a shout out before we jump into Dino Crisis for today. I received a $3 tip from Chocoboco. Now we have not one, not two, but 3 Ninja Gaiden games. 2025 is Ninja Gaiden year. 3, what's the third? What's the third Ninja Gaiden game? I wasn't aware of a third one. I only know of the 2 that we just talked about. Thank you, Chocoboco, for the $3 tip. Didn't I play Ninja Gaiden 2 on Xbox 360? If I did, it wasn't on DSPGaming because I just searched DSPGaming and it didn't come up. I don't know. The only thing I could do... Should have just done that. That was stupid. No, I'm looking at Dark Side Phil. No, I played a bunch of games, but no Ninja Gaiden. Because someone just asked me, did I ever play Ninja Gaiden 2 on 360? They thought I remembered that I had. There's a 2D Ninja Gaiden coming out this year? Really? Yeah, it's not on Dark Side Phil, and it's not on DSPGaming, so no, I didn't play. The only ones I played were what I mentioned. Spawn Killer did a $2 super chat. He says the other Ninja Gaiden is 2D. Okay, so there's a 2D Ninja Gaiden coming out this year apparently as well, which I'm not even aware of. Valcule says, Ninja Gaiden is so kino. I'm glad that it's back, but people do tend to like the original Ninja Gaiden 2 because of the changes that Sigma made. I have Kick Chat open. Of course I do. Of course, you have a name that's insulting to me, so you can get banned. I played the original Ninja Gaiden 2, so you guys are getting it all confused. Ninja Gaiden started off as an arcade game. And the original arcade Ninja Gaiden was nothing like what you think Ninja Gaiden is. The original arcade Ninja Gaiden was a very brutal beat 'em up similar to, say, Final Fight, but it also had platforming elements, but it was very brutal and difficult. It was like a very difficult arcade game. When they ported it to NES, they changed it entirely and turned it into a pure platformer and removed the beat-em-up elements of the game, okay? So there was Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 on NES. I don't remember if they ever made any more, but I played the first 3 on NES back in the day. I never beat the first one. I owned the second one and beat it a lot. I played the third one via rental, okay? And that's all I ever did. Then they started remaking the Ninja Gaiden games as modern games around the Xbox 360 era, but I didn't play them. I think it was only Ninja Gaiden 3 was the one that I had played, and I played through it fully because you guys wanted me to play it in 2012, telling me it was super difficult, just like Dark Souls. And I was like, well, I'm apprehensive about playing it then. But then I played it, and it was nothing like Dark Souls. It played nothing like Dark Souls, and it wasn't even that difficult, and I beat it without many issues. It was pretty relative ease, okay? So, after that, I didn't play a Ninja Gaiden game again until many years later. We actually did a few playthroughs, and I beat the original Ninja Gaiden 2 on NES, and I played the original Ninja Gaiden 1 on NES, but I couldn't beat it. It actually defeated me. I could not beat it, right? Then, many years after that, during a 2019 Rageathon Marathon, you guys nominated Ninja Gaiden 1 Black. And I played it for a little bit, and that was it. It was only like an hour, hour and a half of Ninja Gaiden 1 Black, and that was the finale of that marathon. Okay? So there you go. I only played the original Ninja Gaiden 3, and like I said, there was that Shadows of the World, whatever that was. I just found those 2 playlists, and that's it. For the record, because all of you are so nosy over on Kick, literally, like, why has Phil not talked to Kick? I'm not kidding you. The entire fucking podcast, Kick Chat's talking about contributions and talking about where is Iron Chef Sakai? Like, dude, I'm not 12 years old. I don't care about drama. So why would I ever talk to any of you in Kick Chat who are acting like little school children, right? Iron Chef Sakai, I don't know where he is. I don't know what's going on with him. I hope he's fine. I haven't seen him in a few days. It's not the end of the world. He may or may not come back. If he comes back, great. If not, I don't know what's up with him. The problem is you guys get too fucking involved in drama shit. You know, I'm not involved in any drama shit at all. Zero. No, I haven't talked to Iron Chef Sakai behind the scenes about anything. I've gotten no communication from him whatsoever. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Really, I don't. No, but it is drama. If literally the purpose of this podcast has been to cover game news, to talk about my day off, all this stuff, and you're sitting there talking about, I wonder where Iron Chef Sakai is. Man, he was such a big contributor to Phil, and he hasn't been around for like 3 or 4 days and hasn't contributed in like 3 or 4 days. So I wonder if he talked to Phil behind the scenes, and I wonder if something Phil said pissed him off, and now he's gone. He's a detractor again. Dude, that is little sissy girl, TMZ, rumor-mongering drama shit. If you talk like that, you're a sissy girl. You understand that? That's what teenage girls do. They sit there in drama, and they have their Teen Beat magazine, and they put little glow stickers on it, and then they talk about the boys and the girls and all the things that are going to, and that's how you're acting. I'm a 42-year-old man. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you if that's how you behave on my stream. I'm just going to ignore you. Get it? There's nothing wrong with being a sissy girl. Just don't expect to come to a dark side-filled stream and act like a sissy girl and think that I'm going to give you attention. I'm not going to give you any attention at all. Sitting around, again, it's just sitting around gossiping. Gossip girl fucking stream? No, it's not a gossip girl stream. You guys know I don't even like gossip when it comes to gaming, right? I refuse to talk about the Switch 2 leaks until finally Nintendo acknowledged them all, because there was no point. So if I don't like gossip in gaming, why would I like gossip, on my stream chat? So you could sit there and gossip about ICS, and you could gossip about OIC, and you could gossip about any fucking, acronym you want or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm here to make content and enjoy the time that I have with intelligent people on my streams. I don't have time for your little girly sissy shit. I just don't. That's what I mean. Like, who cares about this shit? Listen, Iron Chef Sakai has been crazy supporting these streams in the last few weeks. Don't ask me why. But hopefully he wasn't intending on getting any kind of special treatment or anything out of it. As I told him publicly. Oh, by the way, half my lights went off. That light just went off, and the light over there went off. But only those two. I get the feeling that means my wireless signal's going down. No, apparently. I don't know. I'll try to close and reopen my my RGB program. I don't know what happened. But anyway, yeah, listen, people come and go, people support, they don't. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a few days. It's not the end of the world. Right? Like, maybe he'll be back, maybe he won't. But you guys are the ones that start the gossip. Yeah. This is hilarious. Someone just said, I noticed Iron Chef Sakai is no longer subbed, and I asked if anyone else knew if he was okay. How would you know that? If he's not, I want you to think about this. If he's not in the chat, okay, he's not in the chat, he's not talking, how would you know that he's not subbed to the channel? Did you literally go and search for this guy's account on Kick and somehow access his subs list to see if he was subbed to the channel? To then go ahead and talk about it as drama on my fucking stream? Is this what you do with your time? I didn't even know that, and I don't care. What is going on with you people? Right? You can click names on the leaderboard. What would possess you to do that? Like right now, what would ever possess someone to click on someone's name on a leaderboard? I don't even know what you're talking about. He still has all his badges. It still shows he has the crown, the founder's badge, the OG badge. All of that is still on his account. So what are you even talking about? What are you even speaking of? Here, last time we talked was actually the day before I lost my internet. I think. I'm pretty sure it was the day before. I'm pretty sure this was the day before. What do you call it? The day before I lost my internet, right? And so he was talking in the chat before then, and no one's seen him since. Well, I wasn't there for a whole day, right? Because I didn't have no internet. And then I came back the next day. I did a full day of streaming. And then I came back one other day, and I was off a day, right? So it was a weird week. So why are you freaking out? You guys are weird. No, really, I got to tell you. You ready? No one cares but you. Okay? Seriously, no one cares but you. You're crazy obsessive at this point. Really, you're crazy, insane, over-the-top, obsessive weirdos. And you need to stop. Okay? You need to stop. You need to stop over-obsessing on all this shit. Why does it matter? Maybe he'll never be back. Maybe he'll come back in 5 minutes. It's none of your business. The guy's a human who has free will and can come on a stream when he wants. He can leave a stream when he wants. He can support a stream when he wants. He could not support a stream when he wants. Stop fucking stalking people on the internet like a bunch of losers. What is wrong with you? Do you not understand that is the point of mania? That is not normal human behavior to see someone who was a supporter of a streamer and now stalk them on the internet and try to gossip about their status. You are insane. If you think this is a good use of your time, if you think this is like a good part of a community talk, you need to seek help right now. Okay? I want you to here's what I actually want you to do. Whatever you're watching the stream on right now, if it's a mobile device, if it's a laptop, whatever, I want you to close it. All right? I want you to close it. Then I want you to immediately, whatever your health care is, I want you to contact your primary care physician and explain to them that you've been spending time stalking supporters of an internet content streamer and you don't know what the logical reason is why, and you need help. And tell them you need counseling or you need some kind of help. Really. Because life's too short for you to be wasting your time on this shit. And this is to the point of insanity that you would act like that. And now here I am. And Phil's not talking to Kick Chat because this is what they're talking about in Kick Chat. Why would I waste my time on that shit, that drama shit, right? Are you out of your mind? You are. That's not normal behavior. 100% online stalking is weirdo behavior. I just happened to notice I was clicking around and I just magically by accident clicked on Iron Chef Sakai's name and it looks like he may be unsubbed to the channel. You're weird. You're a fucking weirdo. No one does that. Literally no one does that. Not with a brain that functions. But again, normal people that would be like, they did what? They're doing what? What are they talking about? What? Stop. Take 5 seconds to think from a rational perspective about what you do with your life. That this is what you think is meaningful use of your life and your time. Your insanity, dude. That's wild shit, right? I just don't get it. All right, we got to end this podcast, which went way late now. I received a $5 tip. Thought about playing Disco Elysium. You could easily run it on your setup. I've heard many times over the years about this game. I really don't know what it is. Some people have mentioned it to me over the years. It's something that I would like, but there never really seemed to be like a big group request for it. We've done many events and things where people request games, and Disco Elysium's never been at the top of any list or anything like that. It's been a nominee before, but it's never really gotten that that top billing status. Again, if you want to see me play any particular game, that's the whole reason we set up the viewer's choice stuff. Okay? So, please, submit what you want on the viewer's choice thread I just set up. Okay? Cool. It's a glorified point and click. Don't even bother. Wow. A game for a curated audience. It's heavily narrative and little, if any, combat. No dark side dabbing. If you actually have actual questions or conversation, you're not ignored. You're literally sitting right next to YouTube chat. But here's the thing. The people who've been on YouTube chat have been talking rationally, having insightful things to say, meaningful questions, things to add to what we're doing on stream, while Kick Chat has been doing a lot of drama shit. So I've ignored it. What else would you like me to say, right? If you're on topic, if you're adding meaningful stuff, you're educating me on topics that we're talking about, you're going to get brought up. You're going to get mentioned. You're going to get addressed. If you're bringing up drama, you're going to be ignored. It's just not, it's not rocket science, right? Sure, I'll address the viewer's choice complaints. Here you go. I'll ban you because you're just one of the Drama Queen sock accounts anyway that was just made a few days ago. And you can be banned. And here's another one of the sock accounts. There's like 4 of them right here. Here's another one. Goodbye. There you go. See? Now I addressed the kick chat. I kicked out the bad element. See? You got your interaction. All right. I think it is time to adjourn with our, like I said, our podcast. Sorry I went a little late today. I knew it would, though. With the amount of stuff that we had to do all in one session, I knew it was going to run late. So, thank you guys. And I remember, I'm not here tomorrow. All right, what I need is feedback. Do you actually want to see me play Ninja Gaiden 2 Black? We could start playing it as early as Sunday's daytime stream if you guys really want it and you want to see it added to the rotation or whatever. I'd be down for that. Okay? So, let me know. All right? Let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. Fair enough? All right, but anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm not here tomorrow. I come back on Sunday when I'll tell you about my day off and any other game news and stuff that ends up happening. And we'll determine at that point if we're going to check out Ninja Gaiden or not and go from there. All right, everyone. And thank you so much for the early support today. Amazing support on the podcast. Appreciate you. And I will see you all on Sunday. Peace out.